Shalom, Torah Mitzion. Yes, I'm back, and I hope that teaching was a powerful one. Whoever did the Tikun, all that information regarding Shimshon, regarding the day of 696. We don't know what it materialized, what actually happened in the Shemayim, and what's going on. That's the heavens, and what's going on right now. We have all the reservists that were called up. Over 60,000 reservists right now as we're fighting in the war in Gaza, giving a last ultimatum right now. But everything is connected. Everything is connected. Everything is so tied together. And I want to go over some of this because we are now at the next stage. What we're supposed to do now. How are things going to tie in? Watch and be amazed. Because again, you can't make these things up. It's incredible from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And I want to bring something that I was originally speaking about before regarding this level now, which is right now so important, this level of ונדע, and we will know this third level. And I connected this also because, again, it's from Hashem regarding the Sulam, regarding the ladder, Jacob's ladder. So if you take the word, and this is really the message where it's going to begin right now. When you take that ladder, that Sulam that we spoke about, that is now available, switch around the letters, it's the word Samael in Ivrit. That's Samech Lamed Mem, because there is no Vav written there in the Torah, and I explained that in my last video. Therefore, again, it's written regarding Yaakov, he dreamed, and behold, a ladder, Sulam, the code of Sulam. And it's literally the true gate, the true connection between the heavens and the earth for Israel, for us. And basically, here is your sign again. The word Samael, the word used today to mean a symbol, an emblem. It is actually, in truth, a deep spiritual code, a cipher, for better words, for a much deeper reality. And I want to show you something amazing, because when you take the word Samael, Sulam, same gematria, 130, you put it together with ונדע, this, and we will know, this third stage level. Yes, the regular gematria is 260. I explained that again. 260, 26 times 10, 26, the holy name of Hashem, Yud Kei Vav Kei, throughout all the 10 sefirot, united. But you also have another gematria called the gematria Ne'elam, which is the hidden gematria. I can explain that. You can look it up or explain it later on, different gematria ciphers and what they mean and how they actually work. But know this, the gematria of the Ne'elam, of ונדע and Sulam, Samael, is exactly the gematria of 696, connected to the Tikun, connected to Shimshon, connected to that Ko'ach, the strength, and everything also that I spoke about before. It's unbelievable, but there are secrets, and this is the time now to use it, to do it, and to connect. I have had people who've been in contact with me who have been doing this and working and connecting and meditating on what I have already taught. And some of them have literally said, I've touched it, I've seen the ladder, I was there, this Sulam, it is real, it's amazing. And literally, they were describing something very similar the way that I've also experienced it. But there is, and I'm going to be going through this because it's so important, because it's so powerful, when you truly connect to this power and to this incredible level and secret, because it's powerful, beyond powerful, and we have to be ready and we have to be prepared. Just imagine, again, trying to touch going to a place which is so charged with so much kedushas, charged with so much spiritual power, that we're not ready to handle it. We never experienced it before. Some people have wrote to me, literally, they said they saw like a Sulam in some kind of form. They can't even explain it. Some described it as being a kav, which is a line, a spiritual, little, almost like a laser, which is just expanding out. Again, there's no words in our vocabulary to explain it. And they said that they touched it and they were devastated. They didn't know what was going on. It took them, some of them, days. Some of them fainted. So it's just amazing what people were telling me and are telling me. So again, it's real, but let's go through so we can be prepared and we can use it, Bezrat Hashem, with Hashem's help, properly, and get a deeper understanding on the connections through it all. So again, this Sulam, we have to understand, it was entrusted with Yaakov. It was entrusted to Yaakov. He was the one who first really witnessed and made contact with this power. Because only Yaakov Avinu, Jacob, our father, the chosen soul of integration and emet and truth, was worthy to really see the Sulam in his dream. It doesn't say that he went on it, but we have the ability and it's accessible. So we have to be very careful. Now, understand more about this. Why? Because he had faced and he had defeated the force that guards the ladder, the Sulam, the Samael, which of course is the mighty Malchut of Exile. Oh, we spoke about this in the last video. Known in a higher worlds by the name of Samach, Mem, Aleph, Lamed. Good old Sammy, put it that way. This Malach, again, it's no ordinary adversary. He's the appointed gatekeeper of the Sulam. It is his task to block all unworthy access to the hidden path between the worlds. He takes us from this world and brings us to the other world. Again, his very name within the word Samech, Mem, Aleph, Lamed has the letters Samech, Lamed, Mem. Also, it has the Sulam in it. And it is also the Samael, the sign within it. He guards it. He stands before it. He tests, he tempts, and he deceives. But again, it's all for the sake of allowing us to be worthy to ascend this ladder, to make this final connection, reach this final stage, which now we are at, and we have to be so careful right now. So it's a few, very few, who have really succeeded in ascending in peace and descending in peace. Only one, as it is fully known, has passed this test. And that one was the one who wrestled with this Malach that night and earned the name Yisrael. For you have struggled again with Hashem and man, and you have prevailed. Tuchal. I also want to tell you this, something also before, and this is important too. 130 is that special gematria of both of these and all of these different connections. And there's more built into the equation. 130 again is 13 times 10. 13, echad, 1. It's about unity. This is where it comes to. The different connections and combinations of the 130 together form 260 and bring out the Kedusha and the connection of the unification for the sake of Hashem, Hashem's name, Yud K Vav K, which is 26. Therefore, it's 13 times 2. Therefore, it's 130 times 2, 260. It's built into the letters and to the mitzvot, the mitzvah that we do. The mem and the tzadi in the very beginning of the word. How much is that? It is 130. It's built into the matzah that we eat on Pesach also to reach this level, this higher level. We couldn't know about this level. We couldn't begin to understand this level. But now we have arrived at this time. And Hashem wants us all to do something about this and to understand these deep secrets that I'm sharing with all of you now. So, secret of the mem and the tzadi of mitzvah, of matzah, it goes very, very deep. And again, those two letters, 130, built into the very, very equation of two of the most important things and connections. Again, matzot is exactly spelled as mitzvot as well. But there's another profound secret, and that is where we came from, the very first, what forged us to becoming into a nation, Mitzrayim. Egypt also has that mem and the tzadi to make us worthy of bringing into this level and preparing us for the Sinai experience. Again, Sinai, gematria, 130, same as Veneda. So these are very profound secrets. And know this again, the mem and the tzadi switched around, or the atbash of the mem is a yud, the tzadi is a hey. It is the first two letters of the Shem Havaya, Hashem's name, Yud Hey, and then Vav Hey. Part of the secrets contained within Hashem's name itself is this final level. Now, let's get back again. The letter, or the ladder, in this case, the Sulam, and the sign, it's all one. It's all one. They are both rooted in the level of the Neda, and we will know the final break, the final third stage, covenant of knowledge, the full integration of the divine will into every level of the soul. It's not just mystical poetry, people. It is spiritual physics, what's happening now. And only one who enters into this true level of Vineda, where we're all headed. So get ready. Can you then become fully aligned with Hashem's Ratzon De'ila'ah, Ratzon Elyon, Hashem's high will, highest Ratzon, there's no other words to say it, his highest will in thought, emotion, and action. And then you can truly stand before Mr. Samech Mem and walk past and gain entry to the ladder and not be harmed, be able to literally use it as we're intended to, because that again is our morasha. It's part of our inheritance. Now, the Sulam is the real test right now, and it is our time now to shine, and time to bring the Geula Shlema. This is why things are happening. This is why we have to walk with Hashem, not listen to what the nations want us to do, not worry about shattering the Abraham Accords. I can go on and I can go on in all of these things. Not fear our enemies, those who stand against Hashem's divine will and divine promise, and including taking over the land of Israel. As we say, the Kvosh Haaretz. Yes, that's Eretz Israel. Yes, to conquer the land of Israel, to make the entire land kadosh, holy. This is what Hashem wants. This is what's going to be. This is what's written throughout all of the Tanakh. All of it. It is all a part of destiny. And don't stand against it. It's not going to work for you. But again, this ladder, this Sulam is guarded. It is, though not locked, it is guarded, not for those, again, whose names are being written now in this type of scroll, who are literally connecting now, and who are coming now into the time to say, I'm stepping up, and I want to help bring the light, the final stage of the Geula Shlema, which will happen, this power of the Neda. This is your moment. This is the conduit. This is the ladder. This is the Sulam. And not everybody can climb, but everyone is being called now, so you have to be careful. Do you bear the sign? Have you earned the Samael? Have you earned the sign that allows you to access this Sulam, this ladder? Do you carry the name Yisrael, the one who ascends in truth, emet, and descends in ahava, in love, ahava, 1-3, gematria ahava, to bring unity, to bring echad? The path is now opening, and the watchers beginning now to step aside. Shomrim, malachim, because the Sulam is no longer just a dream, it is an awakening right now here in this world, on this earth. Are we ready? Because to the most, the Sulam is a familiar story. a harmless image again from the Peshat, from the simple understanding, the surface level of the Torah. But yes, the letter, Yaakov's dream, as I explained in videos of the very first one on this nature, again, it's so much more. It is not a dream anymore. It is a sign of everything that is coming and things that we need to do and the preparations in order to do it and to use it. So when the Torah says, V'hine Sulam hutzav arza, again, those who might not have heard, maybe it was forgotten, maybe it was passed by. And behold, the ladder set on the ground. It's Bereishit 21:12. Most readers keep moving. They don't ask the question, what is the ladder really? Why is this dream being recorded here in the Torah? Why does it appear exactly here before Yaakov begins his descent into the galut, into the exile? And this is because people don't realize that the Sulam is the Samael, is the sign. It is a hidden blueprint of Geula, of redemption. Again, not a coincidence. Samael, Sulam, Veneda, 130. It's not just parallel ideas. They are one revelation in three garments. And that is this Sulam of Yaakov, the moment of clarity in the dream when Hashem's way of planting the sign in the Torah, the message encrypted in the open text for all future generations, is there to come to, for us to reveal it, for Hashem to reveal it and to make us aware of it. When that final generation awakens, which is our generation awakening now, and we truly seek Hashem, then again the ladder has returned now, and now again is the accessibility of it. So again, let's go through a little bit more on here, because there's just so much information over here. So much information. Let's go through this a second, because again, there's a pulse. There is this energy, as I said, which is so powerful, because it's the collective da'at of Yisrael, the collective knowledge that is so powerful, but it is now accessible. Past, present, future, all converging together, all being accessed. Everything so far that we haven't covered, twofold word before of Sion also. If you remember, again, Sion, it has connections into all of this. Sulam of Yaakov. All of this is energized in Ko'ach HaDa'at, the power, the strength of da'at. It is the engine of redemption. Don't forget, we ate from the tree of knowledge and we put a blemish in our ability to maintain, to have the proper access and the proper understanding and the proper knowledge of it. So let's go to Tehillim 133, verse 3. And again, I spoke about this before. Ketal Hermon sheyared al hararei Tzion, as I mentioned about Sion, like the dew of Hermon descending upon the mountains of Sion. Look deeply, and again, as I said before, the gematria of Ketal Hermon is 363. Not random. It is the gematria of HaMashiach, the Mashiach. And what is the dew? What is the tal? Yes, it is the gematria of Hashem's name, Yud, He, and Vav. Three of the letters spelled in the fullness. Yud, Vav, Daled, He, Aleph, Vav, Aleph, Vav. It is a symbol of that which descends from above, without noise, without any kind of disruption. It is the pure flowing of the Shefa that is to flow down into this world. Just as the dew nourishes in silence, so too does the da'at, the knowledge, awaken. It awakens the concept in the I don't want to say like poetry, but that collective soul of Mashiach, the aspect of Mashiach in the stillness and also in inner clarity. It comes from Hermon. The very word Hermon contains within the word Cherem. Cherem is to separate, to sanctify, also to elevate. For Mashiach can only descend, that spirit, that holy ruach, this holy soul of Mashiach in the Shemayim, when Yisrael is sanctified below by the power of the unified collective knowledge. That is the Ko'ach of the Da'at. The gematria of Ko'ach HaDa'at. Ko'ach, 28. Da'at, 474. Again, within Da'at you have 47 on one side and 47 on the other side. That's the connection of Hashem's name, Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, with Hashem's name, Ehekeh. The name of Hashem according to the level of Keter. Together, 474, 28 equals 502. Yes, there's sequence in 502. We have Baruch Mordechai. We have also Oror Haman is 502. Ko'ach Da'at together. The beginning Da'at, divine knowledge, was given as the key of unification. But once man has chosen to eat from the eighth Hada'at Tovara, again, that knowledge was fractured, divided. Two forces were released into reality instead of being joined as one. The discernment between being blessing and curse, living a life, being one of blessing, or choosing a path and being instead on the other side of history and bringing curse. The exemplary people, again, Mordechai and Haman in the story of Purim. This is what it comes down to. It's one number, three expressions. One tree with two branches. One power split into judgment, gevurah, mercy, rachamim, or chesed, concealment, and revelation. We've experienced it all already, but never to its fullest extent and its permanence. And this is where we now have to do it. So the sin of Adam was not reaching for Da'at. In fact, it even says over there the words, why did Chava eat? Because she saw that it was good, a skill, for seichel, for opening up the mind, for opening up the higher levels of intellect. But it was reaching before that vessel was ready to contain both sides as one. That is the human condition. That is our soul. So until today, we live in that split, and that's what we have been doing, reward and punishment, holy and profane, Mordechai or Haman. But now the time has come. This is the Tikun. This is the rectification of Da'at, restoring the absolute unity, the Achdut, the Chud, by recognizing that 502 is a shared essence behind both forces. We begin to heal Da'at itself. Mordechai is not opposite Haman. He is the rectified root. Haman, the force, the ego, domination, is simply Da'at fallen into itself. Self-arrogance. I come first. No, it's Hashem who comes first. Mordechai, by contrast, is Da'at, anava, humbled, surrendered, connected to Hashem and to his higher will. Therefore, he understood, and he told Esther clearly, said, maybe this was the reason that you were appointed to be the queen, to save the people, Israel. Because if you don't act now, you will, God forbid, you'll perish. And Hashem will bring salvation from another place. He knew it. Baruch Mordechai or Haman. By repeating this, we align the power of Da'at back into its source. What does this mean for Geula? It means a lot. The Geula Shlema depends again on this reunification of Da'at. The Sulam that's connected the bottom in this world, and the top is in the heavens. It's all one. We're not going to do anything if we don't remove the concept of this duality. Okay? We need to transcend it. Both forces, light, darkness, or Hoshech, light and shadow, originate from the same tree. One, we are going to understand this and see this clearly. One, we no longer fear people. The descent or idolize the ascent. We fulfill what has always been hidden in the words Olim v'yordim bo, as I mentioned before, ascending and descending in it, in the ladder. That means that dot itself becomes this ladder, manifest. That is da'at. That is this level, so powerful of this knowledge. The entire battle of Purim was not merely national, it was metaphysical, it was spiritual, it was about the tree, that it would not remain split forever. God forbid if it would, but therefore we have to say Baruch Mordechai or Haman. Blessed is the rectified knowledge. Mordechai. Cursed is the ego that misuses it. Together, nonetheless, it's Ko'ach HaDa'at. It's 502. This is the Katal Hermon. This is the silent duo of Mashiach, Dat, the divine knowledge that unites body, heart, and mind. This is the Ko'ach that we are working with and connecting with now. There's a hidden mystery also in this that we'll cover in the next lecture, so stay tuned. Again, true knowledge is power. That power is to bring us humility, so we're able to grasp and be able to gain access to this higher level, to knowledge of Dat. Let's do it. See you on the next video.